Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from what you may be used to viewing on the channel, as I normally don't do a lot of car content, but we are continuing on with the twin turbo LS swapped Nissan 350Z build series. As you guys may have seen in part 1, me and cameraman Wes have traveled all the way down to Virginia to pick up a roughly 50% complete build, and I'm going to show you guys how I got the build from here as a picked up, partly done project to here with the turbos mounted, paint done, and most stuff in order ready to go for a first fire up. Now, I just want to admit that I did miss a lot of cool footage along the way because me and cameraman Wes were working our butts off to get this car ready to take with the Banshee to a local show here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania called Motorama. Motorama is held annually every year at the Farm Show Complex, and I've wanted to go back in the show with one of my builds for a bunch of years now, so I decided to hustle up and get her going to take. With that being said, sit back and enjoy the show. Alright guys, so I have been a terrible content creator lately. I have not been filming the work that I've been doing to these machines, and so I apologize, but you know, I believe the way I'm going to edit this video is you guys will see this being picked up and bought and then bringing it back here, and then boom, I'm going to be right here right now working on this thing. So basically there's been some work done. Let's talk about that really fast. So yes guys, 2005 I believe Nissan 350Z. It already had a twin turbo LS swap in it with a JK41B 6-speed transmission, manual transmission. And so basically what we're doing is this project it came to the shop about 80% complete. I had somebody contact me and they were like, hey, I have this awesome 350Z. I was in contact with them for months. And then as you guys saw, I went all the way down to Woodbridge, Virginia to pick this thing up. The guy did like 80% of the work and he just didn't finish it up. So I already mounted the radiator last night. That's all me. I started putting the turbos on. I'm going to put one here, and then we're going to do some tubing out the front. We'll do some wastegates right here and right here, and then we'll do blow-off valves up here and have a tube that goes up underneath the radiator and into the intake. So I'm already in the stage of designing that. So like I said, I'm really sorry I didn't do a whole lot of filming, or any filming for that matter. We had to ditch the Mishimoto radiator. It wasn't going to go for this look. I needed room for the tubing to be able to get through here to the exhaust and have the turbo poke out front. So we ditched the Mishimoto and I got a Honda half radiator, which for what we're doing for now, this will work fine. At some point, probably upgrade that for more cooling capacity. We got to put a water pump on. Last night I had a couple bros here. Thank you, Timmy and Wes. Appreciate you guys helping me out. They were here pretty late last night, helping me knock stuff out. We got the headlights mounted. We got the brace on this side done. I got this guy welded up. That is, and you're going to ask, why do I need to be welding anything on a stock car? So this actually had an impact here. As you can see, there was some sort of impact. Clean title, so I don't really care. But this was much lower than the other side. So to keep that level across, I had to add this plate, put it in, put one of those little nut certs in there and tighten her down. It didn't have a brake booster. Wes put the brake booster in last night, got that all hooked up. The fuel system's kind of janky on this thing. They have a Walboro 255 or a 450. I got to look in the tank and see. They run one feed up, run the feed into the regulator, and then from the regulator to the rail, they loop the rail, and then they stop right here. So that's got to be redone. We got to have a return on that, and the regulator is supposed to be on the return side within 6 inches to a foot per NHRA regulations. So we'll be doing that. I'll be redesigning the fuel system on this. The gentleman took some time to put he said it was a 5.3. I believe it's a 4.8 because it has flat top pistons, unless they converted it and put flat tops in a 5.3. But I ain't got time to tear the pan off and look at all that stuff. That doesn't really bother me at all. He already had it running. So I know it's a good motor. It's on Holley Terminator at the moment. And then it's got dual springs, a 600 and some inch lift BTR cam, and I believe new rings, multi-layer steel head gaskets, but he left the stock head bolts in. So those at some point will come out. I actually have a set over there on the shelf right there of the 8740 series. Those will go in this, and then they will be able to hold boost. So he went halfway, did the gaskets, and just didn't do the head studs. We got to toss a water pump on this thing. There's no slave cylinder for the clutch. The carpet was trashed, so I went out and got new carpet. And as you can see, we stripped the interior pretty much so that we could redo a bunch of that. You can see the shifter poking through. There's a relocation kit already on it. The drive shaft's already made. I made a trip to Virginia the other day. Also picked up some drive shaft shop 500 horse rear axles for that thing. The A-pillar trim, which is, you know, near impossible to get a good deal on one of those. And then I also got an extra gas pedal, some mirrors and stuff like that for no reason really, because it doesn't need it. It does also have a big ass arrow ring on the back here. I dig the arrow wing, but I don't like that you can't open the hatch with it. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this just yet. I was just mocking it up last night. I think I might flip that, and so that way the hatch can open. And I don't know that I like these curves here being up front. I personally would rather have it facing out back, but we ran into an issue with the curve of the wing and how that curve of the wing sits with the car, because you want that pitched down towards the car so the air hits that and pushing down on the back, right? So not sure what I'm doing there. He smoked the tail lights, which no big deal. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much where we're at with this as of this moment. Now I will continue doing my filming. I'll show you guys some sped up stuff of the fabricating and whatnot. I'll try and get as much of this done, and then we're taking her to Motorama. So alright guys, so I'm gonna admit I have been a terrible content creator. We are rushing like crazy to get this thing ready to take it to Motorama. As you can see, we got the paint done. It's windy, it is raining, it is nasty out today. I'm gonna show you guys a nice little cinematic here, but this is what we came up with. This is not done. I got cameraman Wes over here too, by the way. So this is not done, but it is very close. I think I got some things that I still want to do to this yet, but let's take a quick peek at her, and then we're going to Motorama. Let's go, baby, woohoo!